In this video, we're going to learn of one of the most crucial features in Photoshop, and that is layers. Now, just before we do that, I wanted to let you know how you can move around in your Photoshop file. And the first thing that you need to learn is about the zoom. So if you use Command plus and Command minus, you're going to be able to zoom in and zoom out in your file. I think that on Windows it's Control plus and Control minus since I'm a Mac user, but it should work pretty much the same. Now, when you zoom in quite a bit, if you hold spacebar, you can see that the cursor icon changes, and you can drag with the left mouse button, so you can move around. So using a combination of the zoom and the spacebar, you can move around your file. Now let's talk about the layers. So in order to illustrate this concept, we're going to zoom in quite a bit, and we're going to use the rectangle tool, which you can find right here, and we're going to simply draw a rectangle. Now, as you can see, the moment that I created this rectangle, we are going to be able to see it here in the layers panel. And if you don't see the layers panel, simply go under Windows and make sure that the layers are selected. Now, you can have documents with multiple layers. In fact, the most complex documents are going to have even potentially hundreds of layers. So it's important to keep this section in order. You can also add more space over here. And if you double click with the left mouse button, you can see that now this name is highlighted. And I can rename it to pretty much anything that I want. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to create a duplicate of this layer, which we can do by doing a right click and select duplicate layer. The moment that I do that, I'm going to see this window right here, which is going to ask me what is the name of this new duplicate layer. We're going to rename it to element 2. As you can see, we have 2 layers. Now, if I use the move tool, which is this one right here, if you hold selected, just be sure to have the move tool, or alternatively, you can use the shortcut V. I can move the second layer around. And now let's double click on this section right here, this icon. We're going to make it red. Now, as you can see, the element 2 layer is on top of the element 1. And the reason being is that this is on top in the layers panel. However, if we drag and we move this on the button, you can see that now the black element or rectangle is going to be on the top. So this is how the hierarchy works. The elements that appear on the top will always be shown in the hierarchy in that way. Now, say that you wanted to group these elements because you're starting to have multiple layers. If you use the Shift key and select also this second element, you can see that we have both selected. And now you simply have to click on create a new group, and you're going to have a group which you can access by clicking on this arrow. And that way you can reorganize your files in a very different, in a very easy way.